you should have in that particular field. Now coming to Ikigai, because I've been here for quite some time and I've been hearing people like kind of saying that it's there in our culture, it's there in our culture. So it comes from the part of 4 Purusharth. In the Hinduism there's 4 Purusharth. That is your Dharma, Arth, Karma, Kam and one more. What do we have? That is one more. I was just thinking, you see, moksha, correct, right? So if you incline it with Ikigai, thank you for the helping hand there. So you know the karma is what you inclined at. You're pretty much good at it, which is the one orb of it, right? Then another one is your earth, money. If that can be your vocation, if you are not paid for it, it's just a hobby that you can keep at home. It's not a skill. Then comes your calm, what you're passionate about. Do you love it so much that even if you're not paid for it, would you do it? That's your passion about the thing. And the last is moksha. Something that we undertake activities to cleanse our soul, declutter our minds. Like charity, doing something for the society, which is the 4th orb. That doesn't add something to the society. So in a way, it has already been imbibed in our culture. I was just sitting and I read something, and pardon me, I've only read Sanskrit till grade 8th, but I will manage. And it's a very beautiful shloka which is relevant to teachers, which says, Amantram aksharam nasti. Nasti moolam anaushadha. Ayogya pursho nasti yojakas tatra durlabha. Which means there is no akshar that cannot be included in a mantra. There is no aushadhi or vanaspati, a vanaspati that cannot be included in aushadhi or doesn't have medicinal value. There is no purush or human being who is not capable of something. But durlabh, but difficult it is to find a yojak, a mentor, or an educator who can see quality in all of these. Which is the crux that we have. So if you don't have an educator for whom teaching is an Ikigai, it's going to be like a sword. If you don't know that teaching is passion, wherein the personal Ikigai kicks in. If I am not passionate about teaching and I just got into the profession because society pushed me into it, that you should take it, it's a good job, etc., etc. I will not try to find and look into the passion of the child. I'll be going with the flow. 10 other comes, 100 more. And if I am someone who has an Ikigai, I will be able to look into it because I must have fought against the norms. I've heard of people saying, I could have got this corporate job, but I left it because teaching is my passion. They look for children and they find out their Ikigai. They're okay, you know what? You have it and I'll hunt it out for you. But there's another beautiful side of it. If you haven't found your Ikigai, you have that unfulfilled dream in you. And somewhere, if you're a little enlightened, you try to help the person who's trying to find it. If teaching is not my passion, but I'm in there, and I find that somebody else has another passion, I'd say, so what? If I haven't lived my dream, let me facilitate you. I would have done something for the world. I'll make world a better place in some way or the other. Now, a great example of this is, for example, there are 2 scenarios. And honestly, I think we all should be great teachers. We have been through the most scrutinizing system of education. I can assure you, none of you must have been a grade A student and been happy. We were always dissatisfied somewhere. Why? Because we were never the gem and the jewel in all the classes. If you were great at math, you lacked at bio. If you were great at bio, you were horrible at physics. If you were great at physics, your heart was there in the field playing Kho-Kho. But you were somewhere or the other told that you were just not right enough because you were not the jewel of the class. And what happened is, in thought process of that, when our teachers met our parents, or they told us, it's just not happening right for you, I don't know, what will you do? Imagine one line, one subject you're not good at, and somewhere the teacher has given you an impression that you are not good enough. Would you like being told on a repeated basis every year by some random teacher that you're not good enough because you do not know what is a square plus b square? Or you do not know what are the 3 laws of Newton? Or this or that. But instead, if that teacher has the capability to notice that, this guy, he's not notorious. He has a lot of energy. And she tells the parent that, what? You have a kid who's robust, who's agile. This kid will do great if you put them in a football club. Now tell me, doesn't Ronaldo earn a lot? Much more than that. But if you ask him, how do you calculate compound interest? I doubt. He's got wealth managers for it. But does not mean that he was not capable. So it is difficult to find the yojak who can do that. And I'll tell you a beautiful example. I'll take one last thing here. here.
Please continue.
If you remember, we've all heard of Chanakya, right? Shame that we don't teach it, because Chanakya Niti is gold. It's a gold thing that should be given to children from every age. Distill it down and give it. But when Chanakya, he had his own Ikagai, and that was to have an Akhand Bharat, to have a common, one big Bharat. Nothing should divide. And why did it came? Because when Alexander attacked India, he did not want India to be divided. He was the youngest teacher and student in Takshila University. So he went against his will and he went to the Raja of Magad and said, "You're my enemy, you killed my father, but you have the biggest army. So please, can you protect India against Alexander?" As consumed he did not bother, but his Ikagai was what? I need to save India. So what did he do? Walking on the streets, he saw an orphan boy who was so great and playing a pretend play with his friends. He was pretending to be a Raja and giving justice. And he kept looking and he said, "Where are you from? Who's your father?" He said, "Sir, I don't know." He said, "No worry, come with me." And that boy was Chandragupta Maurya. He did not ask the prerequisite, क्या है तुम्हारी जात क्या है, पिता क्या करते हैं, किस जाति के हो, कितना धन दे सकते हो. He did not ask, he just looked at the capability. That is what a teacher can do. A teacher can make a boy playing in the gully a king. He turned him into the king of the Maurya dynasty. That's the power a teacher has if they realize they have it within you. So I hope we become Chanakya and we become kingmakers, because we have that material. We live in a country that's rich. We just need to find an Ikagai. And if you don't have it, call your conscience out, because somebody else can find their Ikagai because of you.
Very right. Thank you so much. Great thoughts, ma'am. And showing the importance of teachers was really something that we all appreciate so much. Thank you, ma'am. Sir?